Time to get complacent again. Markets rally. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard. It's Bubba's Daily Update. And before I get started, I would like to send out my thoughts and prayers and condolences to all those affected by the Parkland shootings. Another sicko maniac who decides to kill people. And of course, we're talking about the guns. I don't know. I just, from my point of view, the criminals get the guns, whether there's a law or not. So I don't, I don't like that debate, because the people that aren't supposed to have them are going to get them regardless. So why would we want to disarm the people that need them? But in the meantime, here we are. And again, markets were up higher overnight and exploding. And then amazingly, about 11 o'clock, they tanked and immediately turned around once again. So obviously there's some buying in there. Obviously we're seeing the punishment of the dollar. We're seeing the bond markets continuing to be lower, although a little bit higher today. But again, interest rates are creeping up. It's like we just don't care. And I love the ignorance and the not caring about how much debt that we're carrying right now in this country. Nobody cares about the credit card debt. Nobody cares about the auto loan defaults. Nobody cares about everybody who's underwater. Let's keep buying. We're going to the moon. And of course, we've got a market that is being supported by people who don't have the money to buy stock with money they don't have to buy stocks they can't afford. It's always a wonderful sight, but again, that's what it is, and we're not going to get in the way of it. However, the pattern still suggests that the top is still in. Again, this is where it has to fail. Right about here is where we have to expect failure. This is only about a halfway retracement back to the upper end. So we'll see. In the meantime, the Dow is up close to 300. S&P rallies again. NASDAQ up over 100 again. And, that's the market. We can't fight what the market is doing. You have to wait patiently for your opportunities to take advantage of them. So what we see here is a market that wants to go higher. We see oil has now 2 days in a row was getting punished and then turned around and made it up on the day. Now, to me, that looks more like short covering. The whole entire space looks really more like short covering. If you look at the volatility index, it's now down 8, but was up actually higher while the markets were rallying as well. That indicates that the buying is starting to run out of steam. Now, again, when is out of steam? Well, we'll see. We'll have to watch and look for it, but it certainly looks like we're seeing some information here that could lead us to believe that we are running out of steam and that the markets are getting ready to start going the other way. Now, again, it doesn't mean that we're going to see the same action we saw last week. It just means that there's probably going to be a pause, and then we'll make a decision whether or not this is indeed the top, or whether or not we're going to go up and try to make another leg higher. You can't fight what the overall tape and what the markets are telling you. Okay, that is the overall story. So if you think you can be a profit instead of trying to make profit, then you'll find yourself in a lot of problems at a later date, because it just doesn't work that way. We saw the grain markets once again work their way higher. Surprisingly, cattle continues to work its way higher. Surprise to me, but I'm concerned at the way that they're going up. If they continue like this, I think the break is going to be hard, and I don't think our support's going to hold. We needed the break from here to come back to support so we can see some buying opportunities. Hogs continue to flirt with that 70. We're talking about April hogs, by the way, that $70 level. If we can stay and get back above that, I think we'll be in good shape. I think the market looks solid. I mean, I like the agricultural space in general. I just would like to see a little bit of a pullback. But at the end of the day, we've got just a market that is now once again fighting to go higher. But it's different the way that it's fighting, and that's what you want to see. The way that we're going up, the lumps that we're chewing up, it's like a great racehorse closing down the stretch. That's not typically the way that the bull market should continue. Usually the bull market loses volatility and loses price movement and just starts to grind higher. So we'll see how this works out. Bitcoin got back over 10,000. So we've now recovered some there. The dollar remains under pressure. And again, this is, to me, is pure central bank manipulation. This is the legalized Ponzi scheme being run by the Federal Reserve. And of course, the interest rates affect everybody, not just you and me in America, but it's a worldwide deal now. So everybody's trying to help keep these dollars down so that the interest rate stays the same. And because, again, even though they're climbing up, on the bond markets by bonds selling off. The lower dollar for people outside the United States keeps the interest rates lower because they are getting a discount to cash with the value of their currency. So we've got a lot going on, and of course, China's now gone for the Chinese New Year. So we'll see how this plays out. In the meantime, I would be looking for a spot to sell. I think you want to look to sell the markets. I think you want to look to sell oil. I think you want to look to buy grains and things on a pullback. I think you want to look at gold. Gold was, a little bit lower. I think gold looks like it's probably a sale here. Now again, just long term, I'd be very bearish crude oil. I'd be bullish gold. Obviously bullish the markets because they go up 8% year over year. But again, right here, I'm not bullish. I'm very bullish the dollar. I think the dollar has to go higher from here. So there's a lot of things going on, and you're just seeing a lot of this manipulation. So let it trade out. Let's see how it plays, and look for a spot, look for a level to enter. Set a stop somewhere above that level so you know that in case you're wrong, you get taken out of the market and you get to go back. In the meantime, again, our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody in Parkland. It's really just a tragedy. I can't take it. I've got young kids. Well, they're not young anymore, but I've got kids myself, and the parents' worst nightmare is to have something happen to your children. So our thoughts and prayers go out to all of you. And of course, please check out our highschoolinvesting.com. First of all, check out the website and see what we're doing. Even if you don't want to help out, at least see what we're doing. Maybe it'll be something for you. Maybe you can learn something from it as well. And of course, if you want to help us out, go to patreon.com/Bubba Trading and make a small donation. If you do, I will give you a free week of the futures program. And of course, you can check out my futures webinar on Saturday. All you have to do is go to the website and check out and fill out the link, and you can come for free. It's a free hour webinar in which I will teach and tell you what we're doing. And don't forget the Bubba Show every day at libertytalk.fm from 4 to 5 Eastern. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Tuesday because Monday is a holiday. It's President's Day. Tomorrow is an options expiration, so we won't be back, obviously, because there's nothing to report for Saturday. So everybody have a great weekend. Have a nice long weekend. We'll see you back here on Tuesday night. And as always, thank you so much for being here. This is Bubba's Daily Update. We'll see you later, everybody.